What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. This podcast is presented by Macy's, and Macy's believes that empowering young people across the nation through mentorship is crucial. That is why Macy's has partnered up with Big Brothers Big Sisters, who aims to help children in under-resourced families thrive by providing transformational one-to-one relationships with caring adult mentors. So from November 1st to December 24th, you could join the effort by rounding up your purchase in store and donating online to an incredible cause. So you can donate online or you can round up in store to help this amazing cause with Big Brothers Big Sisters. This is crucial, and this goes from November 1st until December 24th. So like I said, you could round up your purchase in store or you can donate online. Shop at Macy's.com or find a Macy's near you. Get some new fall.
I was gonna say great timing for your holiday shopping.
Yes, perfect timing for holiday shopping.
Anything that you're picking up that in that window, you can just round up on your purchase and donate.
Yep, it is right around the corner, guys. Holidays are right around the corner, so you can do that all round up. How are we feeling on this lovely day, ladies and gentlemen?
Another Wednesday. It's very close to Halloween.
It is. Halloween is right around the corner, and we do have a costume that we will be, wearing on Thursday to the office and on our podcast on Friday. But you guys will see what
it comes together.
I think
personally for my, what I have.
It's 100% going to come together.
Did I don't want to give too much away, so I'll ask you.
Everything came. Yes,
everything came.
I ordered. Yeah,
Have you tried it?
No.
Okay.
I haven't had time to try it.
I'm
but
worried
it's there.
About.
The
big thing.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Okay.
It's going to be great. We'll make videos so everyone can see on Thursday, and we won't make you wait till Friday because Thursday's Halloween, so we got to be posting on Halloween.
I just feel like we're always we're doing shows or other stuff like around Halloween. Mm-hmm. Recently, like past few years, where now Halloween is just like, I wish I cared more. I haven't had a Halloween weekend in a couple years, and like there's always something going on around that time. Like this past weekend we were in LA, and then this weekend's my brother's wedding, so I won't be joining any Halloween festivities. Yeah. The only Halloween we're having is here, which honestly makes me kind of happy at the same time because it's like going to school.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I get to wear my costume to school.
Right. I was just saying to you, it's like the ideal weather too is like it's going to be nice in New York when you were a kid and you could wear your Halloween costume as is and not have to worry about your parent forcing you to put a jacket over your costume and ruining your costume.
Right, like a long sleeve under the princess dress. It's like, you're ruining my costume, Mom.
Exactly.
I don't care if I catch a cold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I just, like, every year I see everybody on Instagram, like, really, really going all in. I'm like, ugh. And people are like, oh, what do you and Joe being for Halloween? I'm like, nothing. Like, I don't know. Like, we just, no plans.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm past the time of... And this could be a Scrooge Halloween take. But I feel I'm past the time of just dressing up and having no plans and like going to a bar and it's a Halloween weekend, so like of course there are people dressed up because it's Halloween, but you're just going out to a normal bar. Like it's not like a Halloween party.
Right.
I think I've gotten to the phase where if like there's a Halloween apartment party,
yes, that's
or something
ideal.
like that, where it's like at home and we're doing a costume contest.
Yes, ideal.
We're doing a Halloween at home. Then I'll dress up.
Right.
But just like a Saturday night, hey, what are you being for Halloween? I don't have that. I don't have that in me these days.
And I totally agree with that. It's like if I were to be going out this Saturday, just randomly like going to dinner and going to a bar, I would just be wearing regular clothes.
Right.
If it was not Halloween intended. But say all my friends were like, we're getting dressed up for Halloween, this is what we're doing, then of course I'd partake. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I got to give props to all the girls out there that are absolutely crushing Halloween.
Already, it's not even Halloween yet.
No, because now it's 2 weekends because it's on a Thursday, so people went before, they went after.
Which is, can I just say, kind of silly to me. Like, Thursday
is close enough to the weekend. Where I think it should just be Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just that's the weekend. I get it. It's November, but Halloween's October 31st. Yes, the next day is November. That's right. That always happens.
Yeah, it seemed like, you know what? More reasons to dress up.
Yeah.
So I can't blame them because these people are crushing their costumes. I'm scrolling on TikTok and every girl, I'm just like, holy shit, they really thought this through. And I just have to give you major props because you are crushing it.
I agree.
You look fantastic. And I love all the effort, the makeup, the extreme. Like Alex Earl.
Yeah.
She fucking crushed her costume.
Yeah.
I gotta give props there. That was an awesome costume.
It was. She did the Cheshire Cat, and she was full body paint, prosthetics, the whole thing. Really, which I did see her talk about, which is funny because it's you see the back-to-back of Halloween, and then she was on the carpet at the CFDAs, and they asked her about it, and she was like, yeah, I didn't really think it through with having to take it off. She's like, I was just in the shower with my friends with a tub of body oil trying to get it off. She's like, all my sheets are purple. Everything is destroyed.
Right. All worth it though. All worth it.
Yeah,
for the insane
it looked amazing. That's what I'm saying. If you're hosting your own Halloween party, or you're doing the Heidi Klum thing, you get that, and then you're going balls to the wall.
Heidi Klum has disappointed me in the past couple years with her costumes. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm hoping for something big here.
Right.
This year.
It's the last 2 years. It seems it's been too. I don't know. It's a lot of effort for, not a big pop of a result.
The worm.
The worm was incredible. The amount of effort that went into the worm, incredible. But you're a worm.
And then also but hilarious at the same time because she was just laying across the carpet, which was so funny. But I don't even remember last year's because the worm really stuck with us.
Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe the worm
was funny.
It was
the worm was funny.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping for something a little bit more from Heidi Klum this year. But I love seeing all the costumes. I love, I feel like I've entered the era of funny costumes.
Yeah.
In high school and a little bit after that, I wanted to look hot. But coming into work, it's what,
No, yeah.
You gotta go funny, especially after Sebastian last year. Will we top it this year? Will we top it?
Yeah.
I think we might.
I
gotta bring the same personality.
In Sebastian fit was, what the fuck's her name? TikTok girl. Mads. Mads did a Sebastian look I saw last night.
It's a classic.
Scrolling. It is a classic.
It's an absolute classic.
It is a classic. I think you sold it in your content a little bit more than she did.
Really get into it, which I'm fully planning to become a method actor again on Thursday.
Yeah.
So everybody be prepared, and I hope that you do as well.
Yeah, yes.
Get your method acting shoes on, honey. Noah, you too.
Yeah.
I'm still undecided.
Why are you undecided?
What was he dressing up as? Oh,
I gave him 3 options.
Yeah, right.
And he should pick one of them.
About it because I'm shocked.
There's one that's so
that
simple.
These aren't available online.
No, we won't talk about it any further. But there's one that is so
available online. They're just they're easy.
One of them is so insanely
the
simple.
One I wanted to be I needed a costume, but that doesn't exist apparently.
Well, anyways, I'm super excited for Thursday. I'm excited to wear some costumes, and I'm excited to get into the rest of this episode. So, little update, we're adding the voicemail pop culture segment, so that will be on Wednesdays going forward. We took off the Cedo playlist. That'll just be on social, and we're going to do the voicemail pop culture segment, so you can call in every week with stories you want us to discuss. Maybe you have some hot takes that you want to get off about some celebrities. You want our opinion on a story. This is going to be the Pop Corner, so we're going to call it the Pop Corner.
And I know last week we did it on Friday, so it feels like we're doing it quickly after, but it'll be on Wednesdays going forward.
Yes, it's going to be on Wednesdays going forward. It's replacing the Cito playlist going forward. And I'm super excited because I love hearing your guys' hot takes, and maybe we'll have some too to add to that. So that'll be the Pop Corner. We'll get into that later in the episode. But first, we're going to be talking about some topics.
Do you have any baseball thoughts?
Oh,
as our resident baseball expert?
Jesus Christ.
Disaster.
No, it's an absolute disaster. They are playing like they're the worst team in baseball. I've actually have never seen a beatdown happen like this. But
I thought Fat Joe was going to be their saving grace.
Absolutely not.
And he came out there in the Yankee fan uniform.
Maybe because he lost all his fat. He doesn't have his juju anymore.
True.
You know?
I mean,
he was Fat Joe. He's not Fat Joe anymore.
Yeah.
So maybe that lost a little oomph.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
But I will say, if the Yankees want a true redemption story, they just put out the 04 Red Sox documentary on Netflix about the comeback.
Yeah.
If the Yankees want to do something big here, this year, after that documentary gets released on Netflix, will have a comeback after being down 3 games. And then it will be like, they'll have their documentary. Oh my God, years later, the Yankees, they did it. They had a comeback.
That would make up for it.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This would make up for, not obviously not the same team, anybody, but the Yankees name itself. Yeah. Like, well, then they came back in 2024.
Yeah.
Who knows? They gotta.
Boy, it doesn't seem like
It doesn't seem like that's gonna happen.
But it never does when you're down.
No, it never does. And you're right. It absolutely never does.
They really get it going in the 9th inning, and then there's nothing left. Like when Verdugo hit that home run in the 9th inning, he wasn't even happy.
Right.
Like he was
why would you be? So you're like,
He's like, there's 2 outs. He hit a home run. Yeah. For himself, selfishly, he's probably like, thank God I fucking hit something because
that's like garbage time. It's like
no, but I know. But for yourself, you're like,
no,
and
you don't get it's not the full shutout. No, I texted Ria after Giancarlo Stanton got thrown out at home plate, and he was just running in slow motion.
The slowest runner of all time.
But we said he's got an anchor.
Yeah, well, I said he's hauling ass. he's dragging his ass across the field. No wonder he's so slow. Like Jesus,
I've never seen a man run so slow in a professional sports game.
He's a very slow runner. If you look at the visual, he caught the ball and they waved him home. It's why are you waving him home? He's the slowest man ever. Just absolutely ridiculous to be waving him home. It literally looked like he was running with fucking cinder blocks attached to his feet. It was crazy. So
even the slide felt like it was in slow motion.
I honestly got the ick. From
no,
watching Giancarlo run that slow, I was like, ooh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, that'll
do the trick.
That's a slow runner right there, buddy.
That'll do the trick.
You can have all that ass, but you can't run?
Yep.
So, I don't know.
Well, usually he's just jogging because he hits a homer,
No, right. That is true. Yeah. Honestly, great point, Noah. That might bring me back. He is just used to jogging around the bases because he's just always hitting home runs. But besides the point, really bad. Yep. And, I feel sorry for my fiance. I feel sorry for his friends. And they're letting the fans down. Truthfully, they are letting the fans down. They're letting themselves down too. Aaron Judge, he has zero aura stepping up to the plate.
I mean, when everyone thought he hit that home run and he just didn't.
It was just a pop up. Like we knew it. He's an automatic out, and the entire crowd is like, "Oh my God, he made contact!" They're going crazy. He gets on base because he got walked.
Watching the poor boys in the stream, they all jumped up like and then they went ah.
No, there was just no way. Even Aaron Judge himself knew that. That wasn't happening. Yep. But yeah, it sucks. And you know what's going to happen though? They'll win the game tonight.
Right.
And they'll probably lose tomorrow. My personal opinion, getting swept in the World Series is more embarrassing than not making it to the World Series. Like I would rather be the Mets in this position than be the Yankees.
That's a hot sports take that I like.
It is, because if you're the Mets and you played the Dodgers, you at least won. You won like 2 games.
Yeah.
I think the Mets won.
Yeah, they definitely did.
They definitely won one. I don't know how many more.
If you didn't win one game, we would have beat you.
Right. The Yankees winning none, I'd rather be the Mets. I'd be like, well, at least we beat the Dodgers for one game.
And that was the whole argument, right? Is that the Yankees kind of had like an easy path.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, that the National League was harder. So, I'd rather be the Mets in that position.
Yep.
So, getting swept in the World Series is so embarrassing.
That was Kevin Youkilis's like famous line. It was like, don't let us win tonight, because you never know what happens. So.
Yeah. well, they should.
There's a good chance that
they, you know?
There's a good chance the Yankees just don't win tonight, and
No,
the Dodgers
there
just
totally
win
is.
in 4 games.
Who do you think they're gonna? Is Billy Crystal gonna come do a stand-up set like before the game starts, or who are they rolling out pregame?
I mean, it should have been Jay-Z, but
well, he's
probably in a lot of trouble right now. You're
not going to see him publicly probably for a while,
which is suspicious. But yeah,
I wonder.
I love everyone posting the pictures of Ice Cube in his Yankee jerseys.
Oh, so national anthem for Game 4, Ashanti.
Ashanti. I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's add a little sex appeal into this room.
Hell yeah.
And let me tell you, God, it's just, I don't know how I got in so deep, but I was saying to Matt last night, I was like, what if I just become full Yankees fan? Like April, we're going to spring training. He was like, I would love that, but I feel like by April you might be out of it.
Right. But you just pick up a person. They get swept in the World Series, and you're like, they need me.
Yeah, no, they need me. I will say this though, I gave him a stern talking to, where I was like, if they get swept in the World Series and you're tweeting in April that you are so confident in this team, I'm deleting your Twitter. I was like, you cannot. Be tweeting. You cannot be rolling into the new season with that kind of pompous attitude. You can't. I was really tearing it down.
You can't be a Yankees asshole. You just can't.
You just can't be. I was like, I am not looking at your Twitter in fucking April of you being like, the Yankees are the best, or making it to the World Series. Aaron Judge is the best baseball player. No, none of that is true. None of that's true. So I better not see it.
Just proven.
Yeah, and I better not see it from you.
Yeah.
Or I'm taking your Twitter away.
Yep. you're confiscating your Twitter.
Done.
Yep.
I'm putting a child lock on that if that's how you're going to tweet.
Yep.
No, absolutely not. All right. Let's get into the topics.
Okey-doke.
We're going to be talking about Armie Hammer is coming out with a new podcast. Fran told me not to read about this because she wants to read the description to me. Gisele is having a 3rd baby with Joaquim Valente, her jiu-jitsu instructor.
The boyfriend. We've all been hearing about.
And Tom Brady shared an Instagram story about that. Shawn Mendes performed at Red Rocks, and he said that he is still figuring out his sexuality, something that has been discussed about him for a long time. He mentioned that himself. Yep. And then we're going to get into the Pop Corner, our new pop culture segment. So let's get into it. We are about to head to the Abercrombie office in Columbus, Ohio, and obviously we got to talk to you guys about Abercrombie. With Abercrombie, you get all the fall fits you need in one place, whether that's sweaters, outerwear, low-rise bottoms, whatever you have. They have sweaters in new colors, patterns. The options are absolutely endless. And the Sloan pant is offered in ultra high-rise and now in low-rise for a more comfortable fit. I have the Sloan pant in multiple colors and multiple fits. I absolutely love them. They're super easy to pair with sweaters, t-shirts, whatever it is. The Sloan pant is magnificent. And all the denim comes in classic or curve love. And curve love is the viral fit that eliminates waist gap with additional room through the hip and the thigh. Party newness is dropping next week, so shop new arrivals every week at Abercrombie. Do not miss out. They are always dropping new, amazing things. We cannot wait to wear them all tour with Abercrombie. So shop Abercrombie every week for some new things. So apparently Armie Hammer has a new podcast, Armie Hammer Time, which, love the name, Armie, love the name. But I want to hear a description about this podcast.
The Armie Hammer Time podcast. So it's a new Instagram account for his pod. He did have Tom Arnold on as his first guest. And this is the bio on the Instagram.
Oh, I can't wait.
Armie sits down with extraordinary people from all walks of life as he rebuilds his own. Don't worry, we feed him before every episode. That is the bio.
I just got chills.
Don't worry, we feed him before every. One of the first clips is him talking about the cannibal thing. He says it's actually so funny. Listen to him talk about weight. I'll play the clip.
I have chills.
It's why.
Hold on. This is Tom Art.
It's always my favorite. It's why. Cannibal? Why? That they have to keep escalating. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the cannibal stuff now. No, I'm just like, there's a lot of us for smiling. What makes more noise? Armie Hammer is a cannibal, or Armie Hammer might not be a cannibal.
This man is a cannibal.
So it's just
there's never been a more cannibal on this planet than Armie Hammer. Him being like, it's funny.
He's like, it's actually hilarious now, and he got a chuckle. Potentially writing his own Instagram bio. Seems like that may have came from his own brain. Don't worry.
Had to get approved by him at the least.
Of course.
When people are like, oh, I can eat an arm and a leg right now.
Yeah.
Like that is literally, I bet Armie makes
his joke.
I bet Armie makes a ton of those jokes. Yeah. Guys, I'm so hungry. I can eat an arm and a leg right now.
It's
everyone runs out of the room.
He's just like salivating, looking at his guests.
It's just wild out of like all the accusations against him that were really quite sickening and abusive to women.
Very.
And he's like, yeah, but the cannibal thing is funny. It's like, what?
Armie Hammer is a psychopath.
Yes, sick in the head.
This man is a psychopath. Yeah. The fact that he's on his podcast like giggling about what happened is levels of crazy that I've yet to see like on a podcast, I guess. I mean, we've seen crazy in the world, but to just get on a podcast when you've been accused of all of these awful, horrific
also,
things.
like, it's like all the awful things and all these women that have had terrible experiences with him. And he's like, it's never about that. Like, it's never about that stuff. Like, he's always like, it's the cannibal. Like, okay. Now you're just laughing about that part, but he never addresses like all the other horrid things.
Right. Well, he's just making a mockery out of it to try to, like
deflect,
to make the conversation go elsewhere, because now here we are talking about him being a cannibal because he'd rather us talk about that than him being like an abusive asshole, which I'm pretty sure is what it came down to from all the allegations. So Armie Hammer, what a fall from grace. I know we've talked about it time and time again, but like the fact that this, like, I just can't wrap my head around any of what you just told me. And I'm really glad you told me to wait.
Yeah.
Because the full body chills I got when you read that description to me scared me. It's like, he's on the loose.
He's chained to the podcast table.
We're just letting Armie Hammer walk around out and about. Like, are girls talking to Armie Hammer? I bet they are. I bet there's some sick fucks out there that are engaging in Armie Hammer.
The comments are really quite interesting too, because on that cannibal clip, the first comment is, maybe you shouldn't do this podcast, dog. And then people are laughing about the bio. Don't worry, we feed him for every episode. Then this Instagram account says, always here supporting you. People need to stop kink shaming or drawing extreme conclusions. There's never been anything wrong with what you're into. Well, I don't think that's the only thing. Snowball in hell.
There is a line between kinks and actually like being abusive, and the allegations against him were girls clearly saying they like were not okay with what was happening. So there's a huge difference there. Like, yeah, people have kinks, people are into like BDSM and different things like that. But not that, like, I don't think that this, there's a difference.
No, totally. Here's another comment from @AmericanSicko. I love the cannibal stuff too, Armie. Black heart emoji. Axe emoji. Those are your people, Armie. Those are your people.
You know what? While watching that movie, Strange Darling, it showed me like there are people that are really into this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not I, so I can't relate. But watching it, I was like, oh man. And honestly, there are people probably listening to this that are into it, and I can't understand it. But if that's
truly,
what they're into, then
they're in the Instagram comments.
Then I'm not kink shaming. You get kinky. You do whatever you want, whatever gets you off with consent.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Exactly.
all has to be consensual. So I don't know, Armie. I think there was a lot of stuff that crossed the line that a lot of women were not okay with, and I think they made that pretty clear.
Yep 100%.
But at least he's getting fed.
But now he's got his podcast, the Armie Hammer Time.
Yes, and we won't be tuning in.
No.
But if he makes more clips like that one, we're gonna have to talk about it. But I won't be giving him my downloads.
No.
Okay, moving on from Armie Hammer time. Sorry, we're not as interesting as Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
Gisele is having her third baby with her boyfriend, Joaquim Valente. He is the jiu-jitsu instructor that when Tom Brady and Gisele broke up, everyone speculated that they were maybe dating, and turns out they were. Now they're having a baby together.
Yep.
And then Tom Brady responded to that by posting Landslide on his Instagram story, which, you know what, Tom? I get it. Landslide is like the go-to, right? Like when you just want to get deep in your feels and you just put on Landslide. Oh, God, I can't even act like I feel bad for him. I find it hilarious, Tom.
No, truly. The fact that it is the part of the song, like, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above?
He's just trying to rise above the fact
that
that Gisele left him and is having a baby.
He's trying to rise above.
And you know what, Tom?
He's overlooking a sunset. He's listening to Landslide.
And Tom, maybe if you cared about something a little more than football, you would you could have kept your wife, you could have kept your family, but that wasn't the case.
Time makes you older.
And he is now. Yep. That's it for Tom and Gisele.
I honestly, I saw the Instagram story is just absolutely unreal. But exciting news for Gisele, and it's been like, I think because the rumors were like, oh, are they dating? Are they not dating? Mm-hmm. It appears probably this whole time they have been dating. Yeah, that seems to be a fair assumption at this point, and now welcoming a third child.
Yeah.
So
she's with child.
Exactly. Which for her, I'm sure she's absolutely thrilled.
Yeah, congrats to Gisele. I'm happy for her. And Tom, you just keep listening to Landslide.
You just keep listening to
Changes,
Landslide.
Dreams, whatever you want, whatever Fleetwood Mac song you want to put on there, and just like look into the sunset and realize that your life has changed and you no longer have Gisele. But you know what? I'm sure Tom Brady is still doing just fine.
June 2023 is when the tabloids are reporting that they started dating. But a source close to Gisele confirmed to People that Gisele and Joaquim are happy for this new chapter in their life, and they're looking forward to creating a peaceful and loving environment for the whole family. She has been dating the jiu-jitsu instructor since June 2023, and they will join her son, Ben and Vivian, 14 and 11, who she shares with ex-husband Tom Brady. So,
good for Gisele.
Yeah. They were first spotted together in November 2022. So that's,
this has been going on for a long time. I mean, it was almost immediate that they were spotted together. When Gisele and Tom Brady split, it was immediately that she was seeing her jiu-jitsu instructor.
Yep. Started out as great friends first, allegedly. So,
and that's why those roasts hit extra hard for Tom about the jiu-jitsu instructor.
Sure did.
Maybe he knew that a family was on the horizon.
Well, when your wife is literally begging you to retire and you just can't.
And then you retire a year later.
Yeah, right. This is the outcome you're going to get.
Yeah, and I'm sure Tom's doing just fine. Moving on, Shawn Mendes was performing at Red Rocks, which I'm sure was an incredible show. Imagining Shawn Mendes performing at Red Rocks seems like just a beautiful experience.
Feels angelic.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it's a beautiful experience. But he touched on the fact that he's still figuring out his sexuality. He explained that he thinks sexuality is a beautiful, complex thing. And he said that it's been something that's been talked about since he was 15, which is crazy to think about it. And he did say it felt like an intrusion of his personal life, which absolutely thinking about like people speculating about a 15-year-old's sexuality just feels insane, uncomfortable, gross.
Right.
All of the above.
Don't even know who.
They don't.
There's so much to process.
You're figuring things out, and he said that he felt like he couldn't figure things out when he was 15 because of the
he just didn't know. Everybody moves at a different speed, different pace, different
right.
life.
And so he said he's still figuring things out, and I feel like that is Shawn Mendes' journey to take. And now obviously we all know, as people who have been following along with Shawn Mendes for years and years now, that this has been speculated on a bunch. People have always said, oh my God, we think Shawn Mendes is gay. We think Shawn Mendes is gay, without letting Shawn Mendes process his own feelings, his own sexuality. Right. And now I bet.
Which is crazy when he has like outspoken about it before and people still say it, know, which is wild. It's like, if you're in his shoes, it's like, what more can I do? I'm literally telling you how it is and how I feel right now. And you're just still...
Yeah, they're still speculating, still making rumors. And I bet for Shawn, it must be a confusing place for him, because on one hand, he in the past has been like, no, I am not, like, this is my sexuality. I like women. And now he's still figuring it out as he gets older. And I'm sure he's maybe in a place where he's like, all these people that like badgered me for so long, like now they're gonna come at me even more, which is just a confusing place for him to be at. But I think go on that journey, Shawn.
Exactly. And he said this all in the most beautiful way he could, as he's talking and strumming his guitar, as he's an artiste, but he did say, he said, the real truth about my life and my sexuality is, man, I'm just figuring it out like everyone. I don't really know sometimes, and I know other times. Like you said, talked about like it's been such an intrusion on his life, something I had yet to discover and still have yet to discover. Shawn told the crowd his song, The Mountain, was a way of explaining his journey, which he then performed. It was a cathartic moment for Shawn. He said, writing this song felt really important to me. It felt like a moment where I could address it in a way that felt close to my heart. I'm just speaking freely now because I want to be closer to everyone and be in my truth. As for the lyrics of the song of the Mountain, one line in the song is, some days I have a change of heart. You can say what you need to say. You can say I'm too young. You can say I'm too old. You can say I like girls or boys, whatever fits your mold. So I'm sure just kind of, obviously alluding to how everyone has kind of assigned, put him in a box or assigned things for him and all those that kind of situation.
Right. And I feel like he's absolutely right. There's no reason to put him in a box. Let him be himself. He's saying he wants to be honest and feel closer to everybody, and let him take his own path and do that. Like it must be an entirely confusing experience growing up with so much fame and everyone telling you how you should be and how pressures. You should act. And there's so much pressure about being a certain person, when like, he's probably just like, I just fucking want to be myself. Like, release me from whatever it is that people want to like box me into. And now I'm just going to live my life how I want to live my life. And I think that's a beautiful journey for Shawn Mendes.
I agree.
So good for Shawn.
Yep.
Be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want. Like I think that's the journey he wants to take. And I feel like recently he's taken time off from touring and everything due to mental health issues and all of that. So it's like, he's clearly wants to just figure his life out, and he should just be able to do that.
I wish I went to his he played at the Paramount.
Yeah, Brooklyn. I saw
in
that.
Brooklyn. I wish
that's a hot spot now. Everyone's
going there. I mean, Red Rocks for him is awesome too. I've never seen like a Shawn Mendes. I do love Shawn Mendes' music. I've never been to like a Shawn Mendes headlining show, but I did go to a Taylor Swift show when he was an opener.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, obviously he's fantastic.
Like, there's nothing holding me back days.
Even before that, I think.
I don't even know like what's before that. That's like the first time
I mean,
feel
he
like
was
that I recognized from him.
I think
Shawn Mendes.
I think he was on the 1989 tour.
So I was like 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes.
He was on the 1989 tour. So that was, 2015.
Yeah.
So that was before that for sure. He promoted his album Handwritten and performed 23 stadium shows on the North American leg. Stitches.
Oh, Stitches.
That was huge. Stitches was huge.
That was the era of Stitches.
Yeah. Well, he's a beautiful singer.
He is.
And I'm sure that Red Rock show was awesome.
I agreed.
So
agreed.
All right, that wraps up the topics.
When you're in need of some chill this fall, there are so many great options. Fall festival prices giving you sticker shock? Host a fall party with neighbors and Coors Light. Don't get caught up in the fall chaos. Savor the season, choose chill, and then reach for a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset, this fall, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Rockies. And like you guys know, we are headed into that crisp fall air, especially if you're in the New York area. Maybe finally get a little chilly. You're headed out to the bar with some friends. You got plans. You're hosting a party at home. Maybe you're hosting a Halloween party. Make sure you are stocked with Coors Light. Fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, let's get into the pop corner. We're going to be taking calls about pop culture news, stories, hot takes. So let's get into it.
Hi, guys. This is Jamie from Boston. Huge fan and can't wait for your holiday show. I wanted to get your guys' take on the remakes, sequels that are in the works right now for some of, I feel like, our most iconic films and shows. Obviously, there's the Freaky Friday sequel, the new Princess Diaries, I guess threequel, Devil Wears Prada, and then even things like the One Tree Hill potential reboot that's happening. Personally, I feel like, I hate to even say it, but the thought of these don't really excite me. I feel like, while I love it and I love the initial excitement, I just feel like sometimes they don't deliver, and I struggle to think of one that I really loved, like a remake or a reboot. So just wanted your guys' thoughts. And I think what really worries me is when people like Chris Pine or, James Lafferty, I feel like didn't really know anything about the One Tree Hill reboot. And I just feel like, I don't know, if there's like haunted characters that aren't being included, it just worries me. But I don't know, maybe I'm being too pessimistic about it. Not narcissistic, too pessimistic about it. But yeah, I would love your guys' thoughts, like true thoughts on, the remake, reboot culture. But yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, love you guys.
I would say I fall more in that camp where I think the initial excitement is huge and you're like, oh my God, like it's the nostalgia feeling where all your favorite movies are coming back. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of them are ever going to be as good as the originals.
Right, the eventual product lets you down.
Right. And then that takes away the excitement and then you kind of forget that it even happened.
Yeah, right.
I mean, for me, that was sort of like Mean Girls. Like if I'm being completely honest, it was like the product of the musical, which is different. It's a musical. Yeah. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the original Mean Girls. There is one that I am actually, I think, more excited about than the others. Like all the ones you named, all movies I absolutely love, but am I like over the moon like this is going to be the best movie ever? No. The Legally Blonde series though that Reese Witherspoon is making, I think has to be the one that I am most excited about.
Right.
Because I love the idea of a series. I think I prefer a series to a movie.
Right. And I also think with Legally Blonde, it's like a new story. Mm-hmm. Like it's the same concept, but not like... It's not like Reese Witherspoon is coming back. It's not just a continuation of the story. I don't know. There's some that there's some when you have high hopes for when you see like, oh, we got the cast together and people are excited. It's a good story and like that kind of thing. Where with like Freaky Friday, that is more encouraging to me. That I'm like, okay, well, Lindsay Lohan deserves to maybe jump into some better projects considering the Netflix Christmas movies. There's another one coming out, so fingers crossed on that one. But she is great and Jamie Lee Curtis is obviously fantastic. And that feels like a little more, and especially when it's like actually getting a theatrical release and it's not just like, oh, check this out on, like they're making a sequel, it's coming out on streaming. Like it just feels a little bit more legit. The One Tree Hill reboot is, I mean, I don't know, we don't really have enough details on it right now. It feels like that prematurely was leaked without them really knowing that it was going to be leaked. So I don't know. It's hard to predict how that one is going to go, because it could go in a direction where they get more people to sign on to it now that they did put out the rumors about it and everything. So it's like, oh, maybe now that'll get interest. But I do think there are some actors and actresses that are so famous and well known for actually being good that it's a big risk to take these. Like, I don't think Anne Hathaway even would be doing another Princess Diaries if she didn't really have faith in what the product was going to be. So fingers crossed. But yeah, it is always, there hasn't been one that's been like, oh, that was amazing. Or people are saying that was better than the original. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
No, neither can I. So I think we set our expectations low, and if it turns out great, then that's awesome. But otherwise, it's probably forgettable, and then you just remember the classics.
And like you think about what Hilary Duff did, right? Like they were going to bring back Lizzie McGuire, and then it was not. She was like, "This is not good," and they pulled the plug, which was for the best. I'm glad that she did that over just giving us some washed down like kids show, because that's how all these other reboots have been, especially with Disney Channel. They've just made the shows for younger people. You know. Raven's Home, Girl Meets World. They're doing it with Wizards. They were just with Premiere. It's just they're just making the same shows, but they're making it for the kids that are watching Disney Channel now.
And they're making it for the kids that are watching Disney Channel now that haven't seen the previous shows. It's we grew up with those shows. The kids that are watching Disney Channel now did not grow up with those shows. So now they're just watching an entirely new show.
Yeah, and they're not going to get the older. They're not going to get the millennial. Like I mean, obviously they'll probably get the people who maybe now have kids and want their kids to watch it, and they watched it. But like we're probably not gonna watch Wizards and be like, oh, we're gonna keep tuning in to this one.
Right. I feel like it would be a little concerning if we were
like it's
we
they're just making it for the next generation.
Right. And we joke all the time. I love going back and watching the old Disney Channel episodes because it gives you that nostalgic feeling. But if I'm just gonna put on a brand new kids show, I would feel a little weirded out by myself to just be sitting at home putting on a kid's show.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm putting on like Sweet Life, Hannah Montana, that's just for me to feel, comfort. If I'm just putting on a brand new kid's show, it's just a little odd.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, all right, well, there's others. Come on.
I will say though, but see, then there's the ones that do it where all like the characters are involved and it has the older storylines and the younger kid storylines.
Well, then that's different. You know? I'm just talking about shows just catered to kids.
No, for sure. Because I'm like, I actually really liked Fuller House.
No, well, Fuller House is different. They have the adult storylines as well.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like literally just kid shows catered to Wizards. I think, I mean, we haven't given it a shot, but I would expect that it's more catered to kids.
Right.
But Fuller House I thought was great too. I think that's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I see that. That's like a family show.
Definitely. And there's some that I just won't even go near. Like Hocus Pocus is such a classic to me, and I love it. And I have not seen Hocus Pocus 2, and I don't think I will.
And there's no reason. If you love the original, why even move on to the second?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, Ria and Fran, I would love to know what your thoughts are on all of these other moms in all these states making their own mom talks, and like Texas mom talk, Idaho mom talk, and making sweatshirts and all, and how I guess maybe they're trying to start this new franchise of mom talks. Okay, bye.
I was unaware that other states were getting into the game. I'm not going to lie.
So for people listening that may not know what she's referring to, Mom Talk is the Utah moms, the Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. They created Mom Talk in Utah. And now I guess she's informing us that other states are trying to get into this. There's a Texas Mom Talk. Listen, nobody's ever going to live up to the original Mom Talk. But think about the Real Housewives franchises. We started off with one.
Right.
You know?
Look, they're all one scandal away from being talked about, right? Like if they are getting traction. I haven't seen any of them.
Neither have I.
I think the Utah Mom Talk, the Mormon element to it really came into play with people's interest and kind of fascination with the friendships and where people were at. And then obviously the swingers scandal is what sent it over the top and got the attention for it to even be turned into a reality show. But yeah, I mean, if you're in Dallas and you've got like over the top Texas Christian mom talk, there's probably some crazy stuff going on with them too.
Right. We're just gonna explore all religions on Mom Talk.
Yeah, it's just
what
they're doing.
Maybe they have things to show. I mean, if they have another swinging scandal, then people will be tuning in.
Yep. But it is interesting. It's like, how does that start? Like, are these moms in the drop-off line at school being like, hey, you guys all want to come over and let's make some TikToks? Like,
you guys want a mom talk?
Should we mom talk now?
Well,
and I wonder if they're making the same kind of TikToks. Like, is it the same kind of vibe where they're like dancing and lip syncing and
I know. I guess we'll find it. I guess when we go on TikTok later, we'll get
all the content now that we're talking about it out loud for sure.
Right. All right, moving on.
I want to know, what is your guys' favorite celebrity couple, current or in the past? Because I think that's like very important. What's like your Roman Empire couple, like celebrity-wise, or in shows? Thank you. And I love you guys' podcast to death.
Oh, thank you. Roman Empire celebrity couple.
You're going to say Justin and Selena?
No, I was not. Excuse me. I was not going to say that. Shit. That's a good question. Maybe...
I have so many. It's like it's sickening. I can't pick just one.
If I'm being completely honest, like the Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie whole triangle interests me now because I was too young to know any of that was going on, and like it wasn't until years ago that I like even really understood what had happened there. So I feel like that was an extremely interesting dynamic between the three of them. I mean, Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum. But here's the thing: my favorite couple now is Channing Tatum and Zoë Kravitz. That's my number one couple right now. Is Zoë Kravitz and Channing Tatum. Done deal.
Okay.
But I did love.
So something about Channing.
And I'm not even like a huge fucking Channing Tatum. I got to be honest. Like, I mean, I do. I mean, if I like him in every couple, I clearly do have a liking for Channing Tatum. I think it's because She's the Man is like my favorite movie. Like, if I had to pick a favorite movie, She's the Man might be up there. But Channing Tatum, Zoë Kravitz are my favorite couple right now.
Okay, need to throw in a huge disclaimer here. We recorded this, and I was going on and on about my love for Channing Tatum and Zoë Kravitz. And then all of a sudden, a couple hours after we recorded the podcast, it was announced that they ended their engagement. They announced a new movie, and then sources say that they ended their engagement. I am distraught. I am shocked. I'm appalled. I want to know what happened, and I want to know now. I can't believe it. The first heartbreak with Channing and Jenna, and now another heartbreak with these two? All right, that's my disclaimer. Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
When Jenna Dewan and Channing broke up, though, come on, that news shocked the world.
Yeah, it was. I just think
I'm gonna look up
that
past celebrity couples.
am so locked in to any showmance that when those are the ones that I think about where I'm like, what was that like? You know, Ian Somerhalder, Nina Dobrev, like in that world, Chad Montgomery, Sophia Bush, like those teen shows where there was the dating happening and people and at the time they were together and then broke up. Like when they filmed, they were together and like what happened. And then there's just going to be all the teen, the ones that like I grew up looking at are the ones that I still think about. But it's silly because they were like 14. So there's not like it was really potentially had a future, but like Nick and Miley,
Vanessa Hudgens and
Zach and Vanessa
Zac Efron was
Zach and Vanessa, Demi and Joe. Like these are the ones that, even though some people still think Demi and Joe was never like a real thing, but I just
Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron to me is like my Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Because that
Taylor
was like
Swift and Joe.
Yeah, Baby V, it was like
Zach and Vanessa may be the one.
That's like the Roman Empire.
That really
they
actually
dated
might
for
be
so
the one.
long, and like it came from High School Musical. Like that's the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Do you have an old couple that you love?
I think my current favorite is probably still Tom Holland and Zendaya. An older.
I have an older couple that I love.
I think.
Martin Short and Meryl Streep.
No, it's Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love them.
That's
because
a good
they're
one.
both hilarious and they're in Curb, which is funny, but also she's hilarious. Ted Danson, that's a good one to me.
I was gonna go Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
That's a classic.
Yeah, they're a classic.
It doesn't get talked about enough that Goldie Hawn is Kate Hudson's mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That flies under the radar, I feel like.
Yep, totally. Then there's maybe like some older Kardashian ones that you're like, wow, what a time that was.
Like Rob Kardashian and Adrienne Bailon.
Yeah.
that one for me. I thought they were
Kim and Chris Humphries.
Wasn't it? That one doesn't hit me.
No, not as but just as a phenomenon.
Yeah.
A time period.
Lamar.
Well,
Chloe.
No, I mean that's just
that's
just a sad one.
Yeah.
That's a sad one.
Yeah. I would go for more of like a reach,
Mm-hmm.
It is fascinating. There are always some good ones. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are also a favorite of mine.
Yeah. Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling.
Uh-huh.
That's a favorite as well.
Yep. But those ones, I really do think like when you can go back and see those old clips of like either a movie or a TV show, if people were dating, Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson.
Oh my God, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Ooh, didn't Kristen Stewart cheat on Robert Pattinson? Wasn't that the rumor?
Yeah. There was those pictures of her with that director.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's what happened.
Poor Robert.
Those were when like magazines. It was like you get the magazine. It's like Kristen Stewart spotted with director cheating on Robert Pattinson. You're like, what?
Yep.
It's like not like social media now where everything's instant. Like you'd pick up a magazine and be like, huh?
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart cheated on Robert Pattinson? Those are crazy.
We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, a football game, a comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You guys know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was actually just looking at tickets for Casey Musgraves in November, and I saw an amazing Game Time Picks deal for great seats, only $76. So just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Pick setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. So what are you waiting for? I think I'm going to get on those Casey Musgrave tickets now with Game Time Picks. And also, if you are a big football fan and, sometimes it's hard to predict like, what game you can make it to, maybe last minute you want to go to a game, then Game Time has you covered. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
All right, moving on.
Hi, Ria and friend. It's JJ from Vancouver. My question is, who do you think is going to win Album of the Year for the Grammys in 2025? Let us know.
Good question.
Those nominations aren't out, right?
I don't believe.
No, they're not.
It's like
yet.
we're just at the end of voting, right?
No,
the voting period. That'd be crazy. Grammys are in February.
Yeah, they're not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
But that's a great question.
God, it's gonna be stacked.
Right, because we have Beyonce's album, we have Taylor Swift's album, we have Sabrina Carpenter, we have Dua Lipa. We have Gracie Abrams.
We got
would Gracie Abrams
Casey Musgraves, Charlie XCX.
Do you think Gracie Abrams would be in that category?
I don't know if
like
she
new
would.
Artists?
I don't know if she would get an album of the year.
Yeah,
I think album of the year.
Charlie XCX
could be in there for sure.
I think Charlie XCX might take it.
Yeah, Ariana Grande,
Billie Eilish.
True,
Billie Eilish. I mean, it's Ariana Grande will probably be in there. I bet Billie Eilish will probably be in there. Taylor.
Beyonce.
Did men put out any music this year? No.
Chaperone.
Chaperone's album that we are all obsessed with, though, came out in 2023.
Oh, weird. It's on this list, but maybe.
Oh, is it?
Because, like, was that not nominated for the last Grammys or something?
Oh, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess came out in September of 2023. So maybe it's past the deadline. I forget if it's like September 1st or not.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of women.
Of where it is.
A lot of women.
Ariana Grande.
All great albums. The only reason I'm saying Charlie XCX is because of the entire summer. Like, you know, like she coined Brat's Summer. It was a huge thing. But musically speaking, I don't know if that's the best one.
Right. Yeah.
Post Malone's also mentioned.
Oh, Post Malone as well.
Yeah.
People loved Post Malone's.
Metro Boomin and Future is listed on here, but I don't think that's winning album of the year.
Yeah, I don't know if they would be
Tyler.
I'm very
maybe like Rookie or like new best new artist for Tyler. I don't know.
Maybe
Rookie of the year.
No, but she Rookie of the year. That's a good question because I do think it's a stacked category, and I think there's so many amazing albums that it's hard to say exactly who I would think would win. But I would give it a toss up between just popularity wise. I'm giving it a toss up. I'm not saying that these two are the best ones, but Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Like I think just popularity wise,
Taylor Swift is always going to be a favorite, and I think they're always going to look at the fact that she wrote like 9 million songs.
Right. And but then you also have the Beyonce part where they're probably like, oh my God, we got to give it to Beyonce.
If it was up to you, like just in terms of who you like or what you've listened to most. Like not who's the best.
Yeah.
I
mean,
that's tough because I liked Billy's. I liked Charlie XCX.
I've probably listened to Taylor the most. So if we're going to go off and honestly, Gracie Abrams, like, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sabrina
I think
Carpenter.
my long shot pick there would maybe be Ariana Grande for Eternal Sunshine. It's not even a long shot, but I just think like
I would maybe go Sabrina Carpenter, but she has so many hit singles in there that it's
yeah.
Beyonce would probably be mine.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Interesting. It's gonna be a very tight field.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, it is. I hope they get a lot of. I hope
give me Beyonce and Miley Cyrus duet.
I hope they get a lot of them to perform.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Hi, Zia and Fran. This is Sam from Canada. Love the podcast. Congratulations, you both, Fran on your wedding and Ria with yours coming up. And my question for you is, what was the biggest jaw-dropping scandal that had you pausing life to talk about with each other immediately? Love the show.
Immediate is Jordan Woods and Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
That one literally rocked the world.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there will be because there's always scandal. But the way that scandal took over was unlike anything that while we have been doing this show has happened before.
Yeah, I like, maybe it's recency bias, but Sandoval maybe.
Totally
Sandoval maybe like number one for me.
I think Sandoval won and then Tristan Thompson and Jordan too.
Yeah.
Because Sandoval truly, and that went on for a while. Like that went on for when it was leaked and then the show and then the aftermath. Like that kind of spread across for a long time.
Yeah.
Whereas like the Jordan and Tristan Thompson scandal was kind of like we got the news and then it was quiet for a while and everyone was just digging and Khloe Kardashian was tweeting. But yeah, I think we could separate the two between like reality TV and, not.
Even though both kind of fall into reality
That
TV.
is true. I guess with the Kardashians, like I always just forget that it was reality TV.
They are quite literally reality TV stars.
But I think that is true. It did play out on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Uh-huh.
Those are top 2. Those are definitely top 2.
I know. I can't even. I mean,
maybe Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth divorce.
Ugh.
That was a big one. I think that one was a heart shatter. And then she was seen out with Brody Jenner's ex-wife on the boats. That was
whole "Don't Worry, Darling" was a big one. Spitgate.
But it just, in terms of like
slap.
Oh my God, the Oscars.
That was like
but I think that was the biggest moment. But I think in terms of like a drop of news scandal.
Right.
I think like the Scandal and the Tristan Thompson, like that was like news.
That you're like, you're like texting everybody.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? Did you just see this?
Yeah, I mean, sadly, it's like you got to go to scandals. I think a lot of times when like drop everything, it's like holy shit is when people sadly die. Or like, but it's like this is when you're like, holy shit, did you see this?
Yeah, it's like. It's either cheating or someone sadly.
Right.
Yeah.
Jada Smith was involved in the slap and the Jordan Woods.
Right.
Yeah.
She did the Red Table Talk.
I
mean, that was
when she walked that trailer for the Red Table Talk when she's walking. Remember that?
That was just, and to think about, I think it's just because I'm just thinking about like that was in the early days of our show and like you get this big scandal drops and we're talking about it, like that just really sits with me because I was like, oh my God, and seeing like the reaction of how badly people wanted to talk about it and hear us talk about it, and we want to hear other people talk about it, like just all of that. I'm like, that one really
that's
sticks
fair.
with me.
It was immediate. Immediate.
That one sticks with me. But Scandival obviously I think is you know, Scandival takes the cake on really anything because that was just fucking absurd.
Sure does.
All right, let's do one more.
Hi, my name's Abby. I just have a question for the three of you. I want to know your top 3 choices of any celebrity that you would want to see on Dancing with the Stars. No, I want your answer too. All right, love you guys. See you in Boston. Bye.
Woo! See you in Boston. Can't wait. Top 3 celebrities that I want to see on Dancing with the Stars. Now let's think realistic. People we would actually see on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Not like,
you
know,
not like A-list.
Yeah, not like A-list celebrity, like J-Lo.
No, right.
You know,
yeah.
I feel like that's a stretch. But I feel like reality stars, athletes.
Yep.
People like that.
Yep. It's a tough one right off the noggin. Like to just have a list of people, because I find Dancing with the Stars to be so great too, because when the cast is revealed you're like, haven't thought about that person in a while. You know, like there's some that are like, oh my God, and then there's some where you're like, whoa.
I'm gonna pick an absurd 3.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna pick, like I'm gonna go Kathy Hilton.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking about when the list drops, and if I see Kathy Hilton's name on that list,
That's
I'm going,
fair.
what the fuck?
That's fair.
Kathy Hilton. We gotta go an athlete. I think we reality show athlete and like old person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
That's the Dancing with the Stars formula.
Yeah,
right there.
So I'm gonna go Kathy Hilton for.
You want to go one young up and comer? That's normally.
Yeah, we'll see. Kathy Hilton for reality, and then oldie. I'm going Martin Short, but he's like still in the mix, so I feel like he might be, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Okay, I'll go Martin Short, Kathy Hilton, and maybe I'll go gymnast. I'll go Suni Lee.
Okay.
Could be good.
I'll do that. Those are my 3.
I'm gonna say
Kathy Hilton.
Kathy Hilton's a good one. Kathy Hilton's a real good one. I would go. I'm gonna dream big here. I'm gonna dream big. I'm gonna go Dwayne Wade. I'm gonna go
him or his statue.
I'm gonna go Johnny Bananas.
Oh, good one. That's a great one.
And
Why hasn't Johnny Bananas been on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know.
It's the only reality show he hasn't been on.
I'm shocked that he hasn't. Then honestly, like I feel like they could maybe get like a. You just mentioned her, Mary Steinbrenner. I feel like she would maybe do it.
So should I switch?
Go an older woman.
Should I?
I picked two men, so
Should I switch from Martin Short to Ted Danson so that they can compete against each other?
So they can have it be a couple moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, that's gonna be my list.
That's solid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change mine to Ted Danson instead of Martin, so that Ted and Mary can compete against each other. All right, who's your 3?
Athlete wise, I feel like Joe Burrow would be a good one.
Okay, I mean, we
retired athlete.
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't have time to do Dancing with the Stars.
No, current athletes don't do Dancing with the Stars.
They have to be
retired. Sorry, I didn't know there were these rules. That I couldn't, she said any celebrities.
Yeah,
he would be great. But
Ria and I both said that we were going to be like realistic with it, with people that would maybe actually do Dancing with the Stars.
Because Joe Burrow, he wouldn't have the time.
Joe Burrow's not doing Dancing with the Stars anytime soon.
Hey, you
he would
know.
he would be great, and I would love to watch him. But
retired, fine.
Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman. I was actually going to say
just
Wes
to jump
Walker
on the Danny Amendola train.
Reason.
Yeah,
yeah, like short white guy receiver.
Uh-huh.
Has Ocho Cinco done it?
Yes,
I think he did. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My other 2 were going to be. What do you think about Simon Cowell?
Oh my goodness gracious!
What a pick!
That's a hot
and it's like
pick.
he's getting judged, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How the tables have turned.
Yeah, flip it on him. That's a funny pick.
And I think Conan O'Brien would be a good one.
That's a good pick.
That's
a good pick.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Solid picks
I feel like
there.
He could probably dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No women?
Yeah, well, classic no.
We'll swap out Simon for Paula.
Well, Paula is a dancer.
Has she done it?
No, I don't think Paula's ever done Dance with the Stars, but Paula is a world famous dancer and choreographer.
Well, then she better be good.
Yeah, I mean they have had dancers on before, but not Paula Abdul level, of course. So maybe she would be good, but then it would kind of be.
She'd
cheating.
be fantastic, but she's.
I do like the idea.
It would be cheating to have Paula
She's
Abdul
an amazing dancer.
Yeah, I like the idea of taking a judge from another show
and putting them
on and seeing how they react to criticism.
I like that too.
I don't know who else is on who hosts The Voice these days or
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg would be good on Dancing with the Stars. Martha Stewart.
Holy shit! I would maybe go on Martha. I might change mine to Martha Stewart.
She'd be good.
You're gonna change yours to Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
Imagine Martha Stewart.
You keep Martin Short.
Should I change mine to Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, because then that'd be them both on one season.
All right. I'll change mine to Snoop Dogg.
Okay, my final. I'm going Bananas, Dwayne Wade, and Martha Stewart.
Yeah, I'll go Snoop Dogg, Kathy Hilton, and Suni Lee.
Okay, and then I'll go Julian Edelman, Simon Cowell, and Conan O'Brien. And
these are all, I feel like, realistic Dancing with the Stars picks.
I mean, let's see. Reba is a host of The Voice. Michael Bublé. I think Kelsey Ballerini's a judge on The Voice right now. Okay. I haven't watched this new season. No Blake is tough for me.
Yeah.
I miss Blake.
Wait, who's the host of The Traitors again?
Alan.
Alan Cumming.
Do you think he'd be good?
I'm not dying to see him on.
Yeah.
I think he would be a pick if they were like, ooh, we're running out of choices.
Chris Harrison?
Yeah. They would never.
It's within the ABC family, so
they give him that payout and they're not going to let him back.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
all right. Not allowed in the building.
All right, that wraps up the Pop Corner. Keep calling up. We'll post the number and you can keep leaving your messages for us. Any pop culture related questions, stories, opinions, we got you covered. Imagine yourself sitting front row at our Boston Holiday Spectacular. Now, the tickets are sold out, so you may be thinking, how am I supposed to do that? Well, you can do that with our Rum Haven sweepstakes. Go to rumhaven.com and fill out our sweepstakes form for the chance to make that dream a reality for one lucky winner for 2 seats. So one lucky winner will win 2 front row seats at our Holiday Spectacular, and other winners could take home Rum Haven Chicks in the Office merch. I'm holding it up if you're watching on YouTube. Super cute. cute. I absolutely love the back of this t-shirt. I think it's so cool. Rumhaven, Chicks in the Office combined, super cute merch, so you could win that on our sweepstakes. And the official rules are at rumhaven.com. So ready, set, go. Go to rumhaven.com, get it going. You can either win merch or you can win 2 seats at our Holiday Spectacular front row, and it's sold out. So there you go. Go to rumhaven.com. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. We'll see you on Friday for our Halloween episode. Spooky.